Governor Abbott boosts his plan to build a state-funded border wall, who he's appointing to oversee the effort, and how much it costs so far.
We're living in a very dangerous time. A time that I haven't seen really since World War II, my father's war.
New developments raise the risk of conflict with China, why the Texan in charge of the House Foreign Affairs Committee in Washington is raising a warning about whether the country's ready for a potential face-off. Nearly 1 million Texans blocked from driving because of legal roadblocks in Texas, and for some, it upends their life.
I started crying because I didn't have the money. I wasn't working at the time. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Our investigation looks at the far-reaching impacts of the system and those asking for help to regain their independence.
Produced from the Capitol in Austin and airing statewide, this is the award-winning State of Texas.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Josh Hinkle. Governor Greg Abbott last week named a Border Czar for Texas. It's a new step to boost his border security plans, which include a state-funded effort to build more border wall. Washington correspondent Anna Wernicke has details on the decision and the reaction.
This week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott appointed retired Border Patrol agent Mike Banks as the state's Border Czar,
whose only focus is responding to President Biden's open border policies.
Abbott says he was forced to pick his own border czar because he says Vice President Kamala Harris, the person President Biden asked to oversee southern border policy, is, quote, missing in action.
We're not going to stand idly by while the Biden administration refuses to enforce the immigration laws.
I'm glad Governor Abbott is stepping up.
Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz applauded Abbott's new hire.
The Texas officials are trying to keep Texans safe. This wouldn't be necessary if the Biden administration was doing its job.
But the White House defended the president and says Republicans are resorting to political stunts.
We're not about political stunts. We're about dealing with a real issue and taking action. And that's what you've seen from this president.
Republicans say that's not enough. They want to remove the man in charge of protecting the border, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
He's not just borderline impeachable, he's definitely impeachable.
Texas Republican Randy Weber joined House Republicans to file 2 separate articles of impeachment against Secretary Mayorkas. Anna Wernicke for State of Texas.
The governor made the announcement at a news conference in the town of Los Indios in South Texas. That's where construction crews are building the second segment of the state-funded border wall. The state started building border walls in late 2021. So far, workers have finished 1.7 miles. The state is working with different contractors. The cost varies, ranging from about $21 million to $25 million per mile. The Texas Facilities Commission has approved nearly $900 million in border wall contracts so far. In Texas, judges have ordered the state to prevent nearly 1 million drivers from renewing their licenses until they pay traffic tickets. Our investigation looks at how the system is keeping people from driving to work and in a cycle of debt. Plus, the winter storm had a big effect on Texans, including the legislature, what the weather means for state business, and why Mother Nature isn't all to blame for the slow pace at the Capitol.